Origami luggage. Traditional suitcases are not very convenient. The objects inside are packed too tightly so you can't see everything at once. If you need, for example, a particular pair of jeans, you have to rummage through all of your clothes. Fortunately, a more convenient alternative has already been found. This bag from the Origami company has a different design than its competitors. Inside, there are special compartments that allow you to optimally organize. Not only do they enable you to keep things in order, but they also offer you almost perfect visibility. Inside the suitcase, the compartments are stacked on top of each other. When you pull them out, you can see exactly where your belongings are, but that's not all. You can even buy the compartments without even buying the suitcase. This system is called Origami Fit. This way you don't have to buy the whole set for $400. You can simply buy Origami Fit for $80, $100, or $120 depending on the size and put it inside your current suitcase or bag. Watch with electric lighter. The first gadget we're going to show you today is for people who prefer a minimalist lifestyle. For many people, watches and lighters are essential items, so they can't leave the house without them. So it turns out that these two things can be combined. The dial of the watch that you see on the screen moves to the side. This activates a device similar to a car cigarette lighter. There's no open fire, so the watch is safe. By the way, it's recharged using a regular USB port. And also, the size of the watch was not affected by the complex device. It's no bigger than any other watch. InCharge 6. Today, the average person is surrounded by a huge number of gadgets designed to make their life more comfortable and interesting. The problems begin though when these gadgets run out of energy. Suddenly, it turns out that each gadget has its own cable and its own charger. Taser. This device was designed for the needs of special services such as the police, but can also be used by ordinary people. The Taser is an electric shock weapon with a very important key feature that distinguishes it from its competitors. It is a non-lethal weapon. In other words, when police officers use the device during an arrest, the life of the offender or others is not put at risk. The Taser comes in different versions that differ slightly. Power, range, and design. Right now, you can see the Taser X26 and the Taser X-Rep models. These devices, as well as others in the series, were developed by Axon. They have a range of up to 10 meters. However, there are also civilian versions that shoot at a distance of up to 4.5 meters. The operating principle is quite simple. When the trigger is pulled, two electrodes are fired towards the target. The weapon transmits an electrical charge through a copper wire connected to the device. The electrical charge causes temporary loss of the brain's ability to control the muscles. As a result, the person loses balance and can't move. Therefore, a Taser is a perfect self-defense system. InCharge. InCharge 6 is a device that solves this problem. According to the developers, this small device is all you need to recharge all the electronic gadgets you have. You have USB, USB-C, micro USB, and lightning cables at your disposal. InCharge 6 truly eliminates any obstacles and restrictions. But that's not all. The device can even recharge one smartphone using the energy of another. And of course, you can charge your headphones or smartwatch using your phone. You can pre-order InCharge 6 for $13 from the crowdfunding platform. The InCharge 6 Max model with a 1.5 meter long cable will cost you at least $19. Different kinds of personal vehicles as an alternative to cars is becoming more and more popular every year. The leader in the level of comfort provided is undoubtedly the bicycle. However, the size of this vehicle isn't that ideal. HYMO. HYMO is an invention that features all of the best elements of personal electric vehicles. Here is a bicycle so compact that it will fit in a luggage carrier or even in a backpack when folded. To make the impossible possible, the engineers have decided to abandon the usual monolithic frame design. Instead, the bike has 6 folding lines. Each of them is securely fixed, so you don't have to worry about safety. HYMO weighs only 14.5 kilograms. Its top speed is 18 kilometers per hour. 4 to 6 hours of charging are enough to cover 30 kilometers, and it costs at least $469. Mini revolvers. Self-defense is a delicate and quite controversial issue. It is up to each person to decide for themselves what measures to take and what devices to use to protect their loved ones and property. Firearms are still one of the most common ways to defend oneself, and even those people who are afraid of huge guns or pistols with the strongest recoil nowadays can find a suitable option for their needs. LaserPekka Pro. If you've always wanted to own things that are a one-of-a-kind, then this invention was made especially for you. LaserPekka Pro is an engraver. It's small, portable, and can be installed almost anywhere, even on a kitchen table or a desk. This feature makes it ideal for personal use. It can help you create a picture, decorate furniture, or personal items such as a wallet or a flask. The control is simple and intuitive. Installation takes a couple of minutes, and the burnt image can be chosen in the companion app. You can buy the device for a minimum price of $300. Cosmo Communicator. Despite the fact that advanced smartphones offer lots of functions, they aren't as good as computers, at least not in terms of power, speed, or convenience. That's why the specialists of the London company Planet Computers did not follow the most simple and obvious path, developing smartphones. Instead, they focused on developing gadgets that, while compact in size, would not be inferior to personal computers. And so, they launched the Cosmo Communicator for a price of $750. The gadget is equipped with a 24-megapixel camera. It has 6 gigabytes of RAM, 128 gigabytes of flash memory, and a 6-inch touchscreen display. Those who like to type will appreciate the presence of a QWERTY keyboard. By the way, it is a second display on the top cover too. It's a 2-inch screen that shows information about calls and notifications. Diveroid. If you look at the cost of specialized underwater cameras, you'll soon realize that only professionals who are constantly shooting underwater can afford to buy one. What can ordinary people who just want to experiment with a camera do? Well, you can try Diveroid. It will cost you about $300. This device will turn any standard smartphone into an underwater camera. Basically, it's a waterproof closed housing. It comes with a special mobile application which will display information about the depth of the dive, the location, and the temperature. 3 buttons on the side of the case can be used to control the smartphone without surfacing. Note the shape of the device too. It makes the information on the screen bright and easy to read. With Diveroid, you can dive to a depth of 60 meters. It also increases safety. In an emergency, you can easily send a distress signal along with your location. The official application gives you advice and warns you of any threats as well. For example, if you're diving too deep or surfacing too fast.